Ivern to be played in game 1 at all. We do end up getting the Bard. I love this takeaway. It's quite good against Azir. It's good against Jhin. Also, now you have Aurelia versus Mbessa. You have to fight in those lanes. You have to. So having a Bard that's up first on the map is impacting side lane a lot.
And we're going to take a quick look at his Aurelia stats as well. Not as impressive, but still his second most played all time at 4-4. They're going for Miru.
Yeah, the curtain call. Miru needs to sidestep this last one. Fourth shot flies in and goes wide left. Nicely played from Miru.
Trimby down here as well to try and help to make sure that Miru will be able to collect the rest of the wave. Or actually not Gakkos, it was Quad's teleport to pick up the bottom side.
And it does feel like FlyQuest, aside from going for that kill onto the Akali, is not trying to take early team fights that could snowball the Akali out of control. Once they're getting a few more items on the Aurelia and the Ivern, I think they'll be more confident to take fights. A little bit of plating down in that bot side. Gakkos, though, staying aggressive, has got Busio on the way.
Yeah, he wants to go in here. He already missed the flawless duet, but Boal's trying to turn this one back around. The public execution to buy himself a little bit of time. Busio's already used the Unbreakable Will, and the Vanguard's edge connects onto the Mbessa. Gakkos needs to continue putting the DPS in here. Nice use of the Pulverize to guarantee it from Busio, and it's Gakkos who picks it up. First blood over to FlyQuest.
We'll see about the rest of that matchup. Right now, though, the tower gold would be a huge issue. Miru also possibly going to be a huge issue. This guy could be a huge carry for VKS.
It's also just feats of strength going over to Vivo Cade Stars, because Inspired is bottom lane right now. They're not looking to contest this, it doesn't look like. They already have first turret, and this will be their third neutral objective when you include the 3 grubs. So that's feats over to VKS.
Busio, though, again, camping for the Aurelia.
There he goes, headbutt Pulverize, immediately followed up by Gakkos, but now teleports are coming in, so FlyQuest does not want to overcommit underneath the enemy turret. Instead, they're going to play around the TPs. Miru trying to find an angle here from an assassination, but he can't quite do it. Goes into the smoke to buy himself a little bit more time. Quad still looking as well. Busio's got to be somewhat careful here with the Alistar, but still has Unbreakable Will. Somehow, nobody's dead.
Yeah, it's interesting. He made the call. He goes for using his flash and saving his Unbreakable Will because he was thinking about the fight afterwards. To see if he would still be able to use this ability. Quad.
Ooh, Trimby wanted to go for the flash Cosmic Binding there, but does not have the accuracy. I know that a lot of times our game 1s in these best of 5s are the lower action ones, as the teams are kind of getting a feel for each other and what to expect from the head-to-head, but this one, yeah, only 1 in 20 is a pretty small count, as the Herald.
They were in an okay state mid-game, and they didn't seem to have that same killer instinct. So where do they advance the game from here now as VKS goes for a play?
Yeah, the Tempered Fate onto Gakkos to try to lock him up. A Defiant Dance to try to buy a little bit more time here. Gakkos is still fine, and now Desamas is going to be the target as FlyQuest moves in. They brought everybody down. Quad's ready to join up now, too. And Vivo Cade Star's got to be careful. The curtain call's firing off, and Desamas is already down. But while trying to find his way into the back line, but now he's in the middle of 4, and he's going to get gunned down, too. FlyQuest pick up 2, and Vivo Cade Stars has nothing to say about it.
They try and make a pick on the new guy. Gakkos down here just stands strong. He fights it out, and the rest of FlyQuest were already very close on the map because Otacon is on the bottom side. Now they get to start it out here. VKS, though, they still have 3. They could go for more.
Keep your eyes on Miru. The Akali is the one to watch. Varus and Bard are just going to be throwing out some poke if they can. No jungler available on the Vivo Cade Stars side. Busio hanging out on this bottom side of the fight here. Ready to try to knock Miru out. Trimby goes in, tries to, but immediately gets locked down. It's the Otacon plus an additional kill for FlyQuest.
And try and like push that champion out of the fight, but Busio here.
Yeah, Busio wants the headbutt Pulverize, and now Trimby's magical journey. He can't even get in the portal before he's picked off. Busio sets up another one for FlyQuest.
And just a nice CC lock. Alistar, Ivern, as well as the Aurelia stun will give them
Busio's ultimate. That is not very big of an expenditure for FlyQuest. Good denial there. You know, he's just basically the bodyguard on the squad. Pops his ultimate. Breaks the Varus ultimate. Gakkos gets extra solo tower gold here. The Aurelia continues to get fed.
But now with everyone grouping in mid lane, surely they're going to be waiting for some type of fight to break out. Yeah, Busio might be going in.
Yeah, he looks for the angle. Headbutt Pulverize does find the engage with a redemption coming in for Vivo Cade Stars. Now Inspired's got to be a little bit careful as Miru jumps in, but immediately pops the stasis, making sure that FlyQuest can't immediately retaliate. Now Miru tries to escape, but it's Quad who goes in for the Emperor's Divide. Nice flash away coming out from Miru, keeping himself alive. Desamas now has to get out here as well. Boal on the flank, but he can't find a kill. Miru is down. Morteos is going to go with them. Vivo Cade Stars are bleeding, and FlyQuest holds the knife. Cade loses loses 3, and FlyQuest marches over to Baron.
The Ivern shields are just too much. FlyQuest makes that fight as long as possible, even though Busio's initial engage didn't catch anyone for sure.
Good body block there from Busio.
Okay, Tempered Fate finds Masu, but there's no way for anybody else to follow that one up. So Bard ulti down for VKS.
And FlyQuest is slow playing this. Gakkos has the teleport. He already took the top turret. Might be looking for more, but I would love to see him arrive for this Drake fight. He has Baron, though. He can get a lot done.
Yeah, he can get that tower probably. This Mountain Dragon will go down quickly, though.
Okay, FlyQuest on the approach with the 4-man push. Gakko still working on the tier 2 turret up there with the top side, but now he is going to teleport down and be ready to join the fight. Daisy tanking up everybody here for now as Desamas has already lost half of his HP before the fight even really starts. Quad goes golden. Into the back line go Miro and Boal, but they can't find the targets they need. Morteos is already down. A double kill for Quad. The fight's already over for VKS as Boal and Decimus have to run away. The Dragon goes to FlyQuest and 2 more kills due to. Miru tries to escape, but Quad is aggressive with the teleport. He wants to keep the pressure on here with the Baron. Busio goes over the wall, long range, deadly flourish, curtain call opens up. Miru survives the first 2. He dodges the 3rd and the 4th shot. Claims it's poetry. FlyQuest 11-0, and they're on the board. They're already through the first inhibitor turret. That first inhibitor falls right after. Gakko's putting the pressure on the second lane, but really, they still have the enemy carries dead for the next 30 seconds. Desamas trying to jump in the middle of everybody, but Trimby is already down. Boal can't find an entry point, and now another deadly flourish locks him up too. FlyQuest are just dog piling in, and Morteos will fall on the steps of his own fountain. The ace to end the game, 15-0 for FlyQuest. They'll take game 1.
The control and the discipline of FlyQuest is on full display.
To me, Renata always struggles against range and against poke. And you can draft for that, but it does mean that basically then your only real primary engage is Inspired. Like, sure, Gakkos can flank or whatever and jump with Counter-Strike, but really it's just Inspired, and that is going to be the option. So they're going to play more for that 2v2.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I thought that FlyQuest had the better draft, but until you took away the Renata, I was like, damn, like it's actually really close now. So thank you, Seal, for your input, and back to you guys.
He's dead.
Back to us and back to the spawn platform for Quad. Nice gank here. Not even 3 minutes into the game. Desamas is in the mid lane, setting it up for first blood.
Lot of changes.
Lot of faces.
The ones that we want to focus on are the solo lanes, as solo lanes right now are pretty big.
Gakko's nearly gets the solo kill, but instead he gets ignited. The minions are also going to attack him. Inspired ends up making the kill come through for FlyQuest. So it is still advantageous for FlyQuest because they get the assist money as well because Inspired shows up to help with that.
We're talking about, yeah, they would vote him as the most valuable player from both leagues. So a lot of respect there. Meanwhile, he's at it again.
Yep, Inspired's ready to arrive and shut down Boal up here. Gakko sets it up, Inspired collects it, and that is feats of warfare claimed for FlyQuest.
All done by Inspired. 2 kills and 1 assist. Yeah, but I think they just get it because of the lane matchup top lane. Gakkos has the teleport, whereas Corki obviously does not with Flash and Barrier, so there would be a numbers advantage for FlyQuest anyway, and Vi, very efficient at taking the Dragon.
Very nicely, I feel like, done from there.
They're really going for a play, though.
Teleport flank behind him.
Okay, Boal looking to make a play on the bottom side at the same time as Morteos has to try to flash away. Reinforced now by the grand entrance from the Galio. Inspired in some danger here with the Vi, but he wants to turn it right back around onto Desamas and the Jarvan. Meanwhile, bottom side, Quad versus Miru. Not quite going to work out the way they wanted to as Busio and Inspired and Masu are still fighting back here in this 3v4 in the mid lane. Boal did drop to Quad down there in the bottom lane while the massive fight was happening in mid. Lost chapter in the inventory of Quad alongside that now fully stacked tier, so he's about to hit another power spike on his next purchase once he can buy that Archangels into the Seraphs immediately.
Gwen with no completed item versus Jack's 20 Force Plus. That means free tower, and here comes Inspired again.
Yeah, it might be more than just a free tower. Inspired and Gakko's working together for the 2v1, and it's easy to get it. Gakko's picks up the 5th kill of the game for FlyQuest. Masu getting jumped on now, though, and they do kill him off before Busio can try to protect him. Morteos and Trimby win out in the 2v2 here in the mid lane, but now Inspired's ready to make it an even trade. He jumps in, lands the ulti, killing spree Inspired.
And he wants to stop this Drake, too. We're not done.
Okay, Miru And Disamus trying to work on this one, but now a nice Cataclysm. Locks up Inspired. He wants to jump back over the wall here with a Vault Breaker, but the Galio ulti arrives a little bit too late. Inspired still on the run. He wants to protect the bounty. He's running all the way around. The Blast Cone might be able to get him away to safety and at least give some extra distance. Inspired still trying to run. Miru rooted up by Busio as he and Quad are providing distraction. Inspired gets out, and FlyQuest are onto the objective.
All right, we throw a lot of compliments at Inspired kind of universally, but this game is getting ridiculous.
Everywhere he goes just becomes a good play. That play started with Inspired way up on Aurelia in game 1, and now with the Jax counterpick into Gwen in game 2 being half of the gold lead, he is performing extremely well.
Busio in some danger though. VKS trying to full commit here to the Karma, but the flash out keeps Busio nice and healthy. FlyQuest trying to continue fighting this one as Boal makes his teleport into the fight now. Masu and Busio firing back onto Disamus as Inspired jumps into the middle of the fight and then flashes over the wall to avoid the aggro. Boal and Morteus trying to find the kills, and they've got one on Masu. They're going to pick up 2. Trimby's under pressure though, and Gakos has the counter strike to beat him down. It's a bloody battle as FlyQuest lose both of their carries, but Inspired and Gakos are both still alive. The front line, the bruisers here on this team are so difficult to deal with. It's a 3 for 2 for FlyQuest.
And if FlyQuest have not fully committed to the area that they're using them in, then it's going to be very hard for them to actually overcome the deficit that they're looking at within items.
Ooh, Inspired trying to take his blue buff now, but the big engage coming out from VKS. Inspired, he's down. Beautiful pick. Arrives from Vivo Cade Stars on the enemy jungler, but now Trimby's under pressure. Gakko's going in here for the 4v5. Renata ulti doesn't get a whole lot of value. Trimby casts the bailout on himself, but it's not enough. Now Boal looking to put the pressure onto Masu as Disamus jumps into the back line, but it is not enough. Masu survives for so long as Gakkos has to try to get away from the enemy AD carry. He runs for the brushes, but he cannot escape. Quad and Busio versus 3. Miru drops down. It's a 2v2 in the back end of the fight. Morteos tries to go in and find the damage, but Quad gets the kill. Boal wants to get Busio, but he can't find him. It's an ace for 3. It's FlyQuest with the team fight.
That's some bloody LTA action for you, Flowers. Number 1 South versus number 1 North. In the end, Quad is able to carry the rest of the fight.
Dead out of 10 players, all participating in the fight.
We got more.
Back to live. The Otacon's at half HP. Gakko's in the middle of everybody here, but it's a ton of damage onto Disamus as well. He tries to go for the Cataclysm onto Quad to give himself a way out, but it won't work. Now Boal's going to be your next target as Inspired dives into the back line. Miru's under pressure and Morteos as well. The Galio ulti flies up. FlyQuest may have overcommitted. Morteos has managed to find a couple of kills. Trimby and Miru the last 2 standing, but FlyQuest are just 2 far ahead, 19-10. It's another ace for 2.
Yeah, the carries of FlyQuest are very strong now, and with the Otacon on top of it, this is really going to push FlyQuest over the edge.
They have no turrets taken. They have not been able to profit off of that early down payment they made for that objective, and there's really no value they've been able to derive from it. As the mid lane tier 1 turret is about to die, one more auto attack from Quad gets it done, throws the ball forward. No shockwave here just yet. Flash out from Disamus to make sure he doesn't get caught out by that one. Would have been a terrible time to lose your jungler.
They want to at least threaten. If FlyQuest are going to take Dragon Soul, we're going to threaten you at Baron.
I think the threat is you better get over here because they are full sending after the Baron right now, but it's not going down that fast. Masu solos out the Drake. It's Cloud Soul secured for the side of FlyQuest. Baron still only at about half HP. Disamus jumps in. Remember, there's no flash here for the Jarvan. There's no way to get back out, and he drops. Now Boal's in the middle of everybody, but the Hallowed Mist can't protect him forever. Morteos under pressure, and Gakos is looking to bring him down here with a counter strike. They're so damn fast. A double kill back over to Gakos, and only Miru is still left alive. Inspired is going to send him to meet his friends. That's an ace for nothing, plus a soul, plus a Baron, plus the game for FlyQuest.
15 kills to 0 in game 1, 24-10 here in game 2. FlyQuest wins slow and fast to take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they came out swinging here in this second game. Inspired was all over the map, and once FlyQuest got ahead, they stayed there. 24 kills in 28 minutes, and the LTA North's #1 seed is on match point.
And they're looking very good with Gakos in.
Yeah.
This is 2 good games from him on the Aurelia, on the Jax, on these melee carries.
All right, so since we are getting into the last part of the draft here, we finally get to see all 10 champs locked in. Just like last time, ThinkCard, I'm going to ask you, last question before you take off and head back to the Analyst Lounge. Which side do you give the edge to for this draft?
While Busio is doing Nico things.
Yeah, this is the earliest first Drake in the series by multiple minutes. Remember that in game number 1, game number 2, both, it was a very delayed first Drake take. This time around,
So Sion could try and quickly clear that wave, but he would have to start walking up now because FlyQuest are just burning this grub camp, and they've got all 5 here. There comes Sion. Okay, Sion's running up the river, so they want to kind of late contest it and look for the fight.
okay, the second grub has already been secured by FlyQuest. Trimby wanted to try to go in there for the Shattering Strike, but he doesn't hit anything. Trimby's just going to get killed. The grubs 2-1 for FlyQuest, plus the additional kill. It's first blood over to Gakos there for the Aatrox, but now he's going to get focused down. Miru jumps in, but a big bullet time up the top. Fires back into the BKS health bars. Boal tries to escape over the wall, but Inspired takes a bite out of him. It's 2 for 1 in grubs, it's 2 for 1 in kills, and it's feeling good for FlyQuest.
You could see how badly VKS wanted that fight to go well, as ThinkCard told us in the draft.
Leandri is also now completed for the Maokai. It's just going to be number 2 here for FlyQuest.
Ooh,
No
Miru.
ult and no flash now.
Yeah, the pressure they're putting on him is a lot. First, you force the ulti. 30 seconds later, he's stuck in a spot where now the flash has to be spent.
It is not the biggest of objectives, but Inspired is here in the bush camping.
Spending a lot of time here.
There's no flash on that Yone.
Yeah, Miru jumps in, tries to snap right on back, but Fate Sealed won't hit anything. Feat of Warfare claimed by FlyQuest.
So now Herald is available, so your logical kind of cross map is okay. I guess we're doing Herald now for VKS.
If this is actually a Drake that FlyQuest doesn't engage on, now the teleport's coming in, they look to contest.
Okay, teleport about to arrive with the Dragon at half HP. Vivocade Stars trying to maintain control over this objective as Boal's got to be a little bit careful now. Does try to get away back from the Pillar of Filth as Acadian Rain brings the Dragon low enough for it to be smited down. Oh, man, Pop lost him with a bullet time. The bot lane from FlyQuest just shut this down.
Holy Busio, my man. Okay, well, first pick Nico. That had a lot of value.
Proto Belt is first, or sorry, Hextech Rocket Belt is his first item on Nico. None of this redemption for him. Uses that extra bit of mobility to clean up 4 kills. Yes, you got the Dragon, but that's probably the game. Look at what they get on top of this. They get mid-turret.
Now Miru knows that he could be in some danger. This tier 1 turret doesn't have a lot of health left on it. Soul Unbound already cast by Miru here as he tries to do enough damage to Gakos to force him away. Disamus wants to make his way back up here now as well, but Quad goes forward. Miru tries to get out with a Q3 and Gakos buries a sword in his back. Disamus can't escape underneath the tier 2. Inspired and Masu are both getting away, and with the tier 1 turret dead up here on the top side, Boal's in trouble as well. Busio's finally back in the fight, and the Scion cannot get away. Trimby with a big Magnet Storm, but there's no follow-up. It will not matter. The bullet time only needs 1 wave. Everybody on FlyQuest is still alive. Realm Warp to try to finish the ace, and Boal will not escape. They're chasing after him as he tries to clear the wave. Gakos is going to lead the charge. It's an ace for FlyQuest.
They are absolutely steamrolling VKS in this game 3. 14 kills to 2 now. They're getting every turret in their wake as well.
Extremely good. Nice little play from him. We're back to live.
Miru hits the Q3 onto 2, but now he's immediately killed right after. Gakos gets the Rampage, and Masu did a ton of the damage there as well. Disamus will not escape from this one. He tries to drop the Herald to take the Uber home, but it's not quite going to work. 1,000 gold lead for FlyQuest.
Yep, this one is a beatdown from FlyQuest. The tower's going to go down with the Scion, maybe.
Yep, they put him in the Rune Prison as he tries to get away. Step right in front, so the ulti cannot allow an escape either. And FlyQuest now, they're just marching straight into the enemy base. They don't need Otacon, they don't need Baron, they don't need anything except to keep going forward. Busio finds a Pop Blossom only on the Morteos. Now the follow-up there from Trimby guarantees Busio's death. Masu dies to Acathian Rain, and VKS have shut down both of the enemy bottom laners. Inspired and Quad are not going to take that lying down and pick up a return kill of their own. Gakos joins the fight. Quad's going to be the target, but the Seraph's Embrace keeps him alive. Morteos fire finally takes him out of the very back end of the fight, but it cost the Kai'Sa 2. That's 4 dead for 3 in a bloody battle in the mid lane.
And Inspired makes a call. We're not going to overstay for Inhibitor right now. We don't need to take the Inhibitor. Nobody else wanted to follow up damage on that engage, and they wanted to focus on the tower, on the objective. Wait a second. Speaking of objectives, it is a Desperation Otacon, and it is going to be all 5 members of VKS. Teleports come in. FlyQuest running up the river. There's not much time though.
Yeah, FlyQuest is coming in to try to stop him, but VKS is burning the objective down. Objective bounty claimed, and now VKS is trying to pile in for the kills. Buzio gets a big pop blossom, and Miss Fortune's ulti tears everybody apart. VKS might have got their objective, but the fight belongs to FlyQuest. Triple kill, quadra kill to Masu. It's everybody else's job to just keep Disamus right there as Masu struts his way into the alcove, ready to collect his paycheck and take his pentakill. And FlyQuest aren't even worried about fights. They're going in after the Baron. Void Seeker from Kai'Sa is going to fly into the pit and at least give them the idea, yes, this is what FlyQuest is up to. VKS on the approach, but the Baron has already been secured by Inspired. VKS, all 5 players now trying to disengage as Inspired keeps going forward. Nice pillar onto 3. No follow-up yet from the rest of Fly. Gakko's going around from behind, but Quad goes golden as immediately VKS try to find the moment, and again it's Buzio with another beautiful pop blossom to guarantee the end of this fight and the end of this game, the end of this series. Gakko's godlike on the Aatrox with only Disamus left alive. FlyQuest are on the victory march.
That's going to be a 3-0 for FlyQuest. They are headed to finals in Texas.
FlyQuest, man, they look ferocious. People were wondering, with Gakkos in for the whole series, how tough are they going to be? And it looks like they were more than prepared for Vivocade Stars. FlyQuest completes the clean sweep and earn their spot in the grand finals in Dallas next weekend.